a trademark thinking pose.
I believe it's called resting bitch face, not something I voluntarily wanted.
Now I have like this. It's kind of annoying for him.
For
What
chess
about you,
purposes,
Amon?
of course.
Yeah, of course, only for chess.
I don't think I have anything that's like too remarkable. The answer is, of course, yes. I definitely have my classic thinking positions, but I wouldn't say they're like terribly unusual or anything. One thing that's of course very classic. I feel like, you know, back in the day, everyone had the double hands on their head as if you were like, you know, you were really like stretching your forehead, like trying to dive into the depths of your cranium. But, you know, I've never had to think as hard as that for a while, so that's been out of my rotation.
Maybe it's time to get you back into classical chess, but
I don't think that's going to tempt me. Not my best look, I think.
Yeah, we'll work on it. Okay, so Spargo here, he's attacking e5. Oh, hang on. There's something happening with Andrea. Oh, wow.
Let's have a look at what Andrea is cooking up over there, because we've been eyeballing a certain square for a long time, and now Andrea has finally made his sacrifice, which is a double exclamation mark. Maybe let's jump in and hear her thoughts as she navigates this brilliance.
My brain is still hurting.
Okay, well, that sums it up, folks.
This seems accurate.
I'm thinking. Also, if I look to the side, just know it's just my camera. I have no chat.
Got to make that clarification now in PogChamps.
I'm getting kind of sleepy.
I mean, she made that double exclam move, you know?
Getting a little bit sleepy.
Which she doesn't seem too excited about, weirdly enough.
Yeah, it's a pretty good move. She's just kind of casually, I would be a little more hyped.
Okay. I think we're gonna take check, because why not? It's probably going to fight. It's kind of brutal. Take. Probably don't want to come here, because then I'll check you, so you might want to run here, but then I take check, and if you run here, then I just take. It's kind of bad. Oof. Oh, you lose your queen, actually. Oh, no, you don't. It's defend. Way too. Bang, bang.
The mind behind the brilliancy.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, I think
it was, you know, mystery is good.
I start making music with my head after.
Okay, she's going through something, that's for sure, but...
It's just making music with her head, okay? Confirmed.
But it does seem to have a positive impact on her chess ability here. Oh wow, Voyboy is also in time pressure here, on top of just defending for his life.
Yeah, and you know what? As resourceful as Voyboy is, I do think, like, I'll just go out and say it, probably a very useful piece of advice. If he happens to hear it, or tune in, you know, maybe for future matches, castle that king, because this would not happen with a castled king. There's a reason that, you know, we say get castled. Look at Andrea's king on c1, never in danger, and same can't be said for Voyboys here. So definitely I think that would really help out as a quick tip.
Yeah, and we have our first decisive result. Masioka took down Sonic Fox, and they have gone on to play their second game now.
Right?
Yep, taking a look there at the bird's eye view where we can see all of the positions.
Yeah, let's take a look. What do we have here? Because this one is definitely trending in Andrea's favor. Also the time as well. Linda and Spargo are still navigating that first position. They actually have not made many moves. They've just made them quite slowly. So we're approaching time pressure, but they've barely made any moves. They're almost just getting out of the opening still.
Yeah, although I see that Linda has pushed both of her pawns towards Spargo's king. She's trying to break through there. Maybe we take a look and see if there's anything juicy.
Yeah, we see the bishop still not developed, but understandably, probably b4 or b3 is going to happen, and then the bishop can finally move. Right now, bishop d2 drops the b pawn. Bishop e3 also inadvertently drops the b pawn. So if you want to develop, you really need to move that. And actually, rook d8, you were talking about some juicy ideas. How do we get things going? I think we're finally ready to develop. Bishop d2, rook e1, and I'm loving the idea of f5, but I just want to make sure I'm preparing it so I don't lose my pawn.
Yeah, I mean, rook d8 is really helping Linda out because her bishop isn't tied to the b pawn anymore, so she should take advantage of that while she can.
Yep, and bishop e3 might be tempting, but I have to be honest, I kind of like bishop d2 better because I like keeping the pawn protected on f4, and the bishop on c5 is kind of blocking black from playing c5 and d4.
I think Linda's singing again. Maybe if we have our camera, we could check in.
Yep, that's a good call. Good snipe.
How do I know he loves me? What is that even from? How do I know he's mine?
Not where I expected it to go.
The sky is gray.
Linda is a singer, so she does have a nice voice.
Yeah, just to confirm, this isn't like a random
That
talent.
would be hilarious.
Yeah, that would be extremely impressive. But it is equally
It is
impressive
really
that
tough to play
it's like
pawn, but
chess. She's playing at what, a
Knight on D4,
1950 level, and then also has
maybe,
this
you don't know. Knight
this
D4,
other talent as
maybe?
well. It's really nice to see.
I think.
GM in singing, yes. Amon, you want to drop a few bars there too?
maybe,
Didn't
we
you
shall.
the rap battle?
I think we shall.
Yeah, less of a singer, more of a rapper, Alex. And as you may remember from my chess boxing, actually, I now hire that out to Omid, one of the best rappers from Alberta in his district. So, yeah, he's definitely the guy to watch. But I had a series that I released on social media, Wednesday Bars. Every Wednesday, I'd release, 4 or 5 bars of rap. That was a real thing that happened.
Wait, I need to see this. Are you still doing it?
No, this was a thing of old. I can't even remember how long ago this was. Must have been 5 years plus. Every Wednesday though, I'd release Wednesday bars. It was not just written or anything. This was a Instagram post.
Well, maybe if we hit the $50,000 donation goal, we could bring back one more of those Wednesday bars.
Well, bring back, I don't know. I don't know where they are. So, because I would love to just play them and just live through the absolute embarrassment. I actually don't have them. But we might be able to recreate. I don't have
There
the
we go.
original. I don't have the originals.
Well, there we go. Amon contributed if we hit the $50,000 goals. And now back to the game where we see Linda just won an exchange here with a little forkarooski.
Yeah, it was not quite a fork, but we'll
A
accept
pin.
that.
It's
Yeah, we'll accept
you know.
that word. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Queen c5 here. It was actually the discussion, I think, that just put Linda at ease to find these nice tactics, and the game's actually completely turned around just while we were chatting there. So, advantage Linda, but a minute on the clock for both of these players with everything to play for. You know how tricky knights are, Alex. I wouldn't say that this is a walk in the park now for white at all.
I agree. And just to quickly answer, what is the donation for? You could do command Lide Haiti. It is basically a program that helps girls in Haiti with education, with reading, with chess. It was started after the 2010 earthquake, and it was also co-founded by Rainn Wilson, who's played in a lot of these previous PogChamps.
Absolutely,
Okay,
yeah.
E4.
That'll be
Nice.
throughout the entire event. So all week there'll be time to contribute and make a donation. I know Alex is looking forward to making her contribution as well.
one of us will be contributing depending on who does better overall, Andrea or Masioka. So far, Amon's bet is looking good, but never say never.
That's right. It's a long competition, right? This is just the group stage. Another reminder, I guess, a lot of people, they always ask in the chat, right? They're tuning in for their favorite creator. They're not seeing them. There is a whole other Group B to this event we haven't seen today and we won't see today, but we will see tomorrow. We can even bring up the cross table to let you know who they are. These are some of the players here. I see Daryl Morey in the top left there. We got Sardosh, Tyler One, Same Reina, Will Benson. For the Reds, we got Virtual as well. So it's action packed. This is only Group A. There's lots more to come.
Yep, and I see we have another decisive victory. Andrea has defeated Voyboy in the first match. They're getting started on their second one, and it looks like Linda is about to take down Spargo. So the first round has been decisive so far. So Linda, Andrea, and Masi, they're all in the top 3 so far. They're trying to make it to the championship bracket. I think it's Sonic and Voyboy who are really trying to fight against each other to stay in the championship.
Yeah, maybe we could just briefly bring up the standings before this round, just to paint the picture here, because there's some crucial matchups. We have Sonic actually has lost, and so has Voyboy. So taking a look at the cross table right now, the difficult thing is that for Sonic, they're already down a game, right? That's the problem. And getting up to that 7 points is not going to happen. So I think with Voyboy and Sonic, because they both lost 1 game, there's no way to claim that full 3 points anymore. So I guess we can say we know our top 3, right?
Yep, nope, that makes sense. I guess, yeah, even if Voyboy were to somehow defeat Andrea, he'd only have 6 points, so she would still make it to the final 3. But the 4th place does get a bye in the quarterfinal of the consolation bracket, so Voyboy and Sonic are competing for that. They get to save energy, they have a guaranteed win, so it's still a big deal if one of them can even just make it to tiebreak and get that extra 1 point.
Yeah, now what's got me curious is what would be the tiebreaker for them both at 4 points, Like, let's just say they both lose their matches currently. They both be at 4. So then I'm wondering, okay, well, who would get the potential bye? Interesting.
Yeah, I think we're going to look into that. To me, it would make sense if the direct heads up counted, but I don't know. I'm not an arbiter. In fact, I don't even work here. I don't know who let me on the stream.
Yeah. It's not your responsibility. It doesn't need to be.
Okay, direct counter is actually the tie break. So yes, that means that Voyboy would get the bye.
Right, because Voyboy did beat Sonic when they played.
Voyboy so far is looking better in his second matchup against Andrea. It's still really early on. Sonic, however, does not look like he's going to be able to put a fight against Masi here. Maybe we take a quick look there.
Yep. Taking a look at Masioka with the white pieces. Queen d7 has just been played. These pawns are really scary as they make their way up the board. And Queen is also threatening maybe to take here. The other really, really uncomfortable thing is this pin. It means the knight can't move. It's just tying down all the pieces. Knight to e5, for example, you just drop that queen. So hopefully we don't see any mistakes like that.
Yep. And why does the computer think it's completely winning? Is it just because the black queen is going to be forever pinned to that knight and black is stuck defending? I guess you also are just pushing the pawn. But you know what? Never just listen to the computer. If your brain can't solve it, then maybe your opponent can't either.
Yeah, I do think rook d8 makes a great deal of sense. Probably queen will take on c7. If you don't challenge the queen here, then I can see why e6 is pretty close to, well, which is kind of a really big problem. So that I can understand, which is why Sonic taking some time on this move. It's important to find rook d8, I think.
Someone said it seems like Masi is going to win this whole thing. Well, that's the thing about entertaining events. It seems like things might go one way, but you never know when they're going to turn. I see
That's
another
right.
comment.
There's
Yeah.
still Group B, right? Like it's so easy to just look at one group and see a dominant player and say, "Oh, okay, that's a front runner." But Group B is going to bring a whole slew of different players, and how they match up against Masioka might be completely different than everyone here. So still a long competition ahead.
True, and Sardosh has been playing around 2,000 to 2,100 rapid. He will be
Yep.
playing tomorrow. So you guys will see a showing of how strong he is. Sonic Fox did find the best move here, rook d8. Masioka continues to just gobble up pawns and is still attacking 2 pieces at the same time, 3 pieces at the same time.
Exactly right. I want to jump to Spargo and Linda Diaz if we can. And the reason is that this opening has a lot to discuss even early on here. So I'm going to jump back a couple of moves. Now, in this opening, f3 was played. This is something that usually coaches will advise against on f3 just because it opens up this diagonal, it opens up this diagonal, and if your king is in the center or if it's castled, these are kind of the crucial diagonals that you need closed. So you don't always love to move this pawn. Takes, queen h4, and now the computer is looking for g3, but I understand why it wasn't played, because queen takes e4 would be a check, and it's pinned still. So you can't take that queen, and then guess what? That rook is hanging in the corner. So it's quite difficult to understand why this doesn't work, and the answer, after king f2, is bishop b5 check. Winning the queen in the corner. So I feel like this game could have exploded into just any of these variations. g3 was not played. Very difficult calculations. King e2 instead, and Linda has the advantage early on in this one.
The king is going to have a hard time trying to recover here, but it's actually not impossible. After queen takes e4, the king can go to f2,
Yep.
and the bishop can come out to d3, attack the queen. And there's actually, I guess, one check left on h4. But then you have g3, you're starting to move your rook out. It's not over yet.
Agreed. Yeah, I'm actually looking at bishop d3 and just all the tempo, and if black castles kingside, all the pieces will be aimed in that direction, so there could be some good attacking chances there.
And it's interesting because even with the king on f2, and not trying to be an engine Andy, but the engine prefers white's pieces here.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Crazy to think about. Linda is probably thinking she's done nothing wrong, like king can't castle, must be crushing, and then of course the engine's over there laughing, like, yeah, obviously white's better.
It'd be really funny if this was an opening trap. You could bait your opponent into this false sense of confidence and then just whip out 20 moves of theory here.
h3, I really understand this move. It's just, if you play bishop d3, knight g4, it doesn't look fun for the king, but the reality in that position, and I'll just go ahead and show it, is that your king does not have to move backwards here. It can go forwards and threaten that knight, which would have made a difference, but very tough to have the confidence to move your king up the board towards danger.
Wow, usually it is not correct to not castle your king, but this game is just an exception to the rule. It shows you how your king can be useful even in the opening. But don't try to do this at home, kids. It's dangerous.
Exactly.
Queen h4 check. Now he can just play g3 or... No, g3 just loses. He has to tuck his king back into g1, which is a little awkward because then his rook is still stuck on h1 and it never got out.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why this h3 move wasn't as good as just the direct bishop d3. Nevertheless, for how good I'd expect the position to be, it really isn't. I think that Linda can be very happy with what she's done so far. A tremendous opening and a nice little trap there with queen h4 check. But there's still a lot to play for. I think the main problem for Spargo is the clock, right? Under 5 minutes, time getting low.
Let's take a look at some of the other games in the meantime.
I was looking
So
at
it looks
Boy and Andrea. We haven't checked in yet. It looks like there's an attack sort of brewing in that one. And Masioka continues to have the upper hand against Sonic Fox.
yeah, he has managed to create a pass pawn. Queen f7 is looking like a threat, and Sonic is getting close to a minute. But since Andrea and Voyboy have time, why don't we look into Sonic and Masioka's game?
Yep. Let's have a look. Looks like we could be very, very close to the end of this one. The knight is actually hanging on d5, but it's hanging because on the previous turn, queen f7 check was a threat. That explains why Sonic moved the king in the corner, did not want to deal with that check. However, you could probably do any number of queen d7, queen f7. Any of these moves probably work.
Feels good to be up so much material that you can't go wrong. But I like that Masioka is still taking it seriously. That's the kind of mentality you need to be doing long term in all of your games, even if it seems unnecessary at times.
That's right. I think queen f7, queen d7 are the only moves I'd consider just because they make a threat. Both of them also guard the knight. Queen f7 a little bit more indirectly because the next move will be e7. But yeah, queen d7 is really, really solid here.
And I guess with queen d7, he has to look a bit, is rook d8 a threat? So he plays queen f7. Here he was calculating. His knight is free, but so is the rook on e8.
Yep. Yeah, knight d8 can be considered. It hits the queen, it hits the pawn, it guards the rook in a funny way. So probably knight d8. It's really tough to come up with another move.
Yeah, this is a hard position to defend. It'd be really cool if Sonic Fox sees it. What other options does he have? I guess he can move his rook away.
Yep. Yeah, you can play like rook g8, but the reality is I'm just playing e7, e8. I don't see how you stop that.
Yeah, 15 seconds for Sonic Fox. Hopefully he doesn't flag. He sees it! Knight d8! Nice.
Yeah,
Oh
this
my
is a really
gosh.
nice move. And now, knight takes f7. He's really out of a lot of danger. I'm wondering if Masioka is coming up with a really crafty knight takes here, takes, and then takes on f7. Oh no, he wins on time.
I think
Time
it's so
expires.
cool that Masi played that instantly because it means he calculated the entire thing before he even moved it.
Yep. Yeah, definitely a truly dominant performance. Masioka wins that match 2-0, and looks like even analyzing and discussing the game afterwards, which you just love to see. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. True love for the game from both of these players, because Sonic has been in good spirits the entire day.
Yeah, no, it is. It's really wholesome. Masioka with a perfect score in Group A. Well, yeah, let's check in on how Voyboy and Andrea are doing.
Yeah, let's take a look here. So definitely, first thing I'm seeing, material. Definitely in Andrea's favor. So this is looking good. For Andrea, if you move this bishop, even to go to d4, maybe to grab this pawn, the game ends in one move. So be very careful not to allow queen h6. But other than that, just more pieces into the fire for Voyboy. We're probably gonna see h5, king h2, bishop h3, these types of moves. And for Andrea, I think it's operation, trade queens, trade pieces, trade everything.
Yeah, although when you look at the eval, it's like, oh, it's obvious White's attack isn't doing anything. But when you're actually the one defending it, you only have 3 minutes left on your clock. It doesn't feel so comfortable. You can even just tell by Andrea's body language. She's She's still being very careful here.
Agreed. Yeah, and she should. As you rightly pointed out, it's easy to sit here and be like, oh, the engine likes black, easy, guess it's an easy win. But I think we all have to admit, when you're in that position, defending is difficult. It's not a nice feeling. So I think Andrea has her work cut out for her here.
She continues with knight e5, so she's bringing her knight towards the center. She's helping defend her king side a little bit. She's putting pressure on d3. She's potentially queuing up a nice queen trade on g4. I like this move because it's so multifaceted.
Love it. Yeah, and there's not really a good way to defend this g4 square. I don't see how you can prevent queen to g4. Now, it does allow queen e7, but I like that clearly Andrea doesn't care about that. So take a pawn. There's a lot happening here. This queen is coming in. The pawn is hanging on d3. Knight f5. What an
Oh,
attempt.
that's cute. Because the g
Queen, you can't
takes
come here because I take.
the
This kicks the queen out.
Because if
and
black takes the
saves-
knight, then you have queen h5.
Otherwise, if I take,
Yep.
he's gonna mate me. He's very tricky.
We didn't feel like commentating, so just let Andrea take over.
Ooh, he's got a
Exactly.
tactic, but it's okay. I will be fine.
Nice
I mean,
response.
He's doing really
I
well.
think this is a good move.
Fighting. Bang, bang, bang is fine. Bang. He could take now, but now I will.
So I think
No, I don't think actually.
rook e7 actually traps the queen. If I'm just kind of count how many squares are actually available for that queen. I think strangely, this actually just wins the queen here.
Come on, Andrea. You got this.
Yeah,
That would be a
is a
beautiful way
big
to end
move.
this. Oh, she's
knight
arrowed
d6?
it. She's looking at it.
You just win there. So let's see. It is on the board. Rook b7, a beautiful spot. And look at this knight, this bishop. They're all covering an important square. The queen as well. That white queen has no options. And this is looking really good for Andrea.
Yeah, I think she's going to take it 2-0. Poor Voyboy. It's tough to end your last rounds in losses, even if you played well the entire time, because it's the taste left in your mouth at the end. But honestly, I think Voyboy has a really solid chance in the consolation bracket regardless, and he's still going to get a bye in the first round.
Agreed. Yeah, that looks pretty likely. Remember, is it Voyboy and it was Sonic, right? So
Yep.
I guess the only thing that can happen is in that other match. Just gonna take a look. Spargo against Linda, but Spargo has lost one of the games already. So the best could be a comeback of maybe 2 points, grabbing 2 points from the match, which would also bring Spargo to 4. So I wonder what would happen in that case. If Spargo wins in a tiebreak, I think somehow everyone has 4 points. I'm pretty sure.
Sorry, my camera died out of excitement as you were announced. Oh, no, it's gone again.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is.
just such
I tell you,
exciting
the
news.
games are really exciting right now. Stick back with Andrea's position here.
Yeah, I think my camera overheated,
didn't
but it'll be
even
back
see
soon.
Wait, why
It's
did
okay,
you
we're-
say
Is that
queen?
Andrea's fault?
Take. He wants to take my.
We're bringing up
Okay, I guess
a
he's trying
a
to play
Botez
for some tricks.
nonetheless.
You know what, sir? Ah, shit. Why is he playing well? Damn it. God, he's so tricky. Give me a break. I'm retired and old.
Voyboy
I
is
take,
very
I take.
tricky. I respect it.
But after I take
This is a
what?
really good move.
Your queen of skates. Fuck, I really have to fight this position. Okay. So if I take your queen, you take your queen. Well, I will just move this. And then you will take check. I mean, it's kind of terrifying. Take, 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 take. God. I don't even have it in me to calculate this. Okay, why don't I just
Story
take
of my
this? Yeah, let's just take that. This is yeah.
Wait, wow. He saved his queen.
Yeah, like it was just really messy. I'm sure it would have
Andrea
been fine,
made
but
the
I
right
don't
call
have
as
it
well.
to do
In my
that.
opinion, I think that was a really
I
good
just
choice
like
not
this.
to go into that.
And then try to trade queens. Where's the queen trade?
Where are these horsies coming through? Is it a Twitch thing? Because I don't remember us installing them.
Everything's defended now. So I
Have
can
you seen these
actually
before?
Breathe for a moment.
I can say I've seen them. I've certainly not seen them on my stream. I'll tell you that.
You don't have the horses popping up on your
I
screen?
don't have the horses popping up. Nope.
Got it, got it.
This is dangerous.
Sorry, I got distracted by the horses jumping on the screen. But you were saying Andrea's decision was correct.
Yeah,
It
I
was too
think to
tricky.
not win that queen, because it's so tempting to take a queen when it's available, but so much material would have been lost in the process. Just wouldn't have been worth it. And look what she's got now. She's got a full extra rook.
Yeah, sometimes, even if it was working, you're under a minute, just going for the clean, less risky play is the right move.
Yep.
And now I can do this.
Actually, she is. I mean, she's up a full rook. I don't think there's any way she's going to flag this. So maybe we check Linda and Spargo, because their game is pretty even still.
Let's do it. I'm jumping
I
over.
do flag this position.
About a minute apiece in this one as well. Linda only needs a draw to survive. And wow, this is kind of what we were anticipating. Linda has no development and kind of went all in on Spargo's king. It's almost like some sort of early aggression was dealt with nicely by Spargo. And now, look at this last move. I think knight takes f5, right? Was played.
Wow.
Knight takes f5. What on earth is happening? This is full aggression.
No, Spargo really had an incredible recovery. Wow, I've upgraded to a commentator even better than myself, clearly. Feels good, man.
Yes. Okay, now we can really discuss the deep intricacies of these variations. I was, holding back,
fact,
obviously.
I already knew you were going to ask that question.
Wait a minute. What happens in this game? Tell me. What's the result? Surely you know.
You're not going to believe it, but Linda is actually going to take it, even though she made a big blunder.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Well, there you go, chat. It's been spoiled.
Wow, has it maybe actually been spoiled?
What do you mean, has it?
You're right.
Of course it
I already
has.
know.
Yeah, what? Noting yourself now.
No, this is commentator's curse to a new level. No, but it is really hard. Spargo has just a few seconds left on the clock, even though he's played such an incredible game.
That time, 5 seconds is so difficult. Bring the pieces in. Rook e1.
Any moves?
Bishop c4
better
check.
than
Activate
flagging.
everything. I still think bishop c4. Okay, I see the idea, right? c4 with the, fake threat. Hopefully, both players realize that knight is actually guarding, and that's a great move as well.
Again, I'm continuing to be impressed with Spargo under time pressure. And also, I feel like he needed a little bit of warming up, and then he just started playing even better than at the start.
Yeah, seriously. And this was a big recovery. That opening looked amazing for Linda. I don't even know how Spargo did survive it. It's quite impressive. f4. Wow, Linda was ready for rook g3. Totally expected it. And yes, she remembers that knight is on e8.
Yeah, no, this has been an incredibly fought game, and I'd say it's not over yet, but Linda is up a rook, and Spargo has 5 seconds, but never give up. Do you believe in resigning him on? I mean, at your level, probably, but what about for newer players?
No, I don't. Yeah, of course, for me, that will occur, but I think you play it out. I think there's been some chances of stalemates, but honestly, the technique and the level in this PogChamps has been super high, and Linda, 2 O's to end this round. What a great finish for Linda, who kind of makes a great comeback there to end up exactly in third place. And look at the cross table for Group A, Alex.
All right, well, we're taking a look here. We have Masioka easily in the lead. He's going to be getting the bye in the first round of the championship bracket, where he'll be joined by Andrea and Linda, who have an equal amount of points. Moving into the consolation bracket, we have Voyboy. He will be the one getting the bye in the first round. Sonic Fox, who's tied in ratings but lost the direct match against Voyboy. And Spargo, who despite being at least 300 points lower rated than everybody in this section, showed just a really incredible play. Tomorrow, we're going to have Group B, and we'll see who they get joined by. We have a lot of your guys' favorites tomorrow. Tyler won, Virtual, a lot of people. I think my camera's back now, but you know what? I'm so happy to be Spargo. Your
You
new
lost the
co-host.
privilege.
Yes, fair enough. But we are going to be back with a quick interview soon. We're going to be joined by Masioka. But before we do, we have some exciting news. It is Cyber Monday. Don't miss out on the chess.com Black Friday sale. Your first premium membership is 50% off for a limited time only. That's half the price for unlimited game review, puzzles, lessons, insights, and more. If you're ready to hunker down this season and level up your chess, use command Black Friday in chat or visit chess.com/membership now. It's Tuesday. Yeah, well, congrats. You get a little bit of an extension. We'll be back soon with an interview with Masioka.
I think Latin would be really good at chess. I think Void, if he really studied, would be really good at chess as well. There's a few people. I mean, there's some people in the FGC just try to play chess over fighting games too. So. Don't expect too much. I still think I suck at chess a lot, despite my high rating. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to get stronger. So I'm still gonna give it my all. But I wouldn't get your hopes up too high. We could try to win the consolation bracket, but that's I think as far as we might be going. But I'm still determined. I think I'm overrated. I was super surprised they threw me in the same pool as Andrea and Linda. I mean, those are some really sweaty chess players. So I was like, why am I in this pool with these people? These are literal killers. It's like I'm a fish in a shark thing. I'm like, oh my goodness. Literally either any Queen's Gambit opening or any French defense opening where I immediately blunder my piece within the first 5 minutes. That's definitely Sonic opening. When somebody has actual prep against, it's like when somebody has actual prep against the French or a Queen's Gambit, and then makes me blunder a piece or a losing position within the first like 5-6 moves. That's the Sonic Box Gambit. Okay, so. I would say I'm like a 7 out of 10. I'm willing to take really big risks. Like I'm willing to to push my king to the center of the board if I have to. I'm willing to not castle if I don't need to. Like I'm willing to take some risks in chess if it gets me if it makes me big forward. I'm a firm believer as a professional fighting game player that if I'm gonna play, I should always play to win. I know there's certain positions where you should try to draw them, and I of course like if I have no choice, I will. But like if there's a chance to win, I will take it.
Well, that's why I said Sardoche. I'm not paying attention to really what other people are doing. I'm really trying to focus on what I'm doing and what I can control. But I've heard that he plays a lot of chess, so I think it would be between him and Andrea as well. And also, I hear Tyler 1 is really likes to win. And that is an important trait for a rapid player.
Let's go.
Free to play game, VR chat, don't need a headset or anything to play desktop mode. But we have a massive, massive community. You actually might, if you look at the interview a little bit, actually on the chess.com, Twitch, you might have seen me. I was in VR.
Oh, I haven't seen. I honestly.
Wait, that's
have not
sick.
seen.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
check it
yeah,
out.
yeah.
I never
Yeah,
heard
yeah.
of that.
So what I'll do is actually I actually have the mod from when I was literally being coached with Nemo in VR. Like I got Nemo to join me. She was dressed up as this like Burger King cat. It looks like a hamburger has a face that has cat ears. I can't really explain it. It's so cute though. Just watching her talk.
That. That's
so her.
Yeah, wait, can you put it in the chat?
Yeah, put it in the chat room because this is a recent mod. Literally like a few days ago.
I'm living for this.
It was actually so funny.
Hey guys, I don't want to cut you off. I just want to recap quickly the results. Make sure everyone sees it's available on the events page as well. So obviously Masi won the group, so he's going to get a bye in the quarterfinals, and we'll see him in the semis. Boy, you actually came in fourth, so you're going to get a bye in the consolation bracket quarterfinals. So we'll see you in those semis as well. So neither of you guys are playing on Thursday. Everyone else, will send you a schedule shortly, and everyone else should be back on Thursday for quarterfinals.
Okay.
Sounds good.
And your opponents are TBD based on tomorrow's results.
Sounds
Anyways,
good.
I'll let you guys continue chatting. I do need to see Masi for an interview. But you guys are pretty
Go
active.
Masi! Woo!
So
Our
Linda,
champion!
Linda, you were asking. I
Hey, Masi.
the mod in the chat room. You can literally see like immediately Nemo, me showing Nemo with PTN inside of VR chat, and we can upload it on the chess.com.